And welcome back to the Fast Break, kids, the show that is ready for Beast Mode to be back. Just not on the referees. Let's keep it within the confines of the game. All right, Marshawn, let's be smart here. Anyways, it's week 7 pick time, and I am by myself. That's right, folks. There's no Dylan. Redskins. There's no Kayla.
Vikings, baby!
There's not even a Jared.
Our president looked at the sun when the eclipse was going on. Anybody else see it?
Or a Haley.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins!
Dolphins!
There it is. We
Okay.
got a Dolphin pick. A round of applause for the Dolphin pick.
Good job.
Good job, Haley.
That last one I'm very bummed out about. I wonder why. Anyways, it's time to get to our picks despite that, alright? And we're going to keep it rolling. Alright, I think I can do this on my own. I feel a little crazy because nobody's here. So, brought along Michaela 2.0. Alright, I'm going to try to keep it together with the backup here. And I'm going to try to get these picks out, and I have Dylan and Kayla's picks as well, so we can keep it on track. Now, game number 1, it was the Chiefs against the Raiders. We did not get the picks in time, not a big deal. Raiders with a outrageous last second-esque touchdown, not a touchdown, then a touchdown, then not a touchdown, then an incomplete game, Chiefs win, but then a penalty, and then another incomplete pass, Chiefs win, but then a penalty, and then finally a Raiders touchdown to win the game. And if it's ridiculous, listen to me say it, go back and actually watch the end of that game, and it's even more ridiculous than that. Like Tony Romo said, this game is just never going to end, and it seemed like it wouldn't. Great game. Marshawn Lynch got thrown out. It was pretty crazy. Amari Cooper figured out how to play football again. Crazy stuff. I had Derek Carr and Amari Cooper on my bench in one of my leagues. They would have scored a combined like 100. I'm not even joking. I'm a little saddened by it.
You had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
But let's move forward. We're not going to count that game because we didn't get that pick in. So, let's just move to Sunday's game. Buccaneers travel to Buffalo. I myself am picking the Bills. I like the way the Bills have been playing. They went into Atlanta and beat Atlanta. They are at the top of their division. Well, not anymore because they had a bye week. But the way they've been playing, it's hard not to like the Bills. You know, they had the game against the Panthers that they lost. It's unfortunate. But that was like a 1-point loss, whatever. Like it was within a few points, and they didn't make the Panthers look good. I like how good Tyrod Taylor has looked lately. He should be getting his top passing threat, Rashard Matthews, back from that trade. He was injured. Should be coming back soon. Charles Clay still hurt, so that hurts them. But I like the way their defense has been playing. That loss to the Bengals was kind of shocking. Hopefully they got it together. Buccaneers, I don't know if Jameis Winston's even going to play. So, I'm just going to say Bills. Michaela also chose the Bills, and Dylan picked the Buccaneers. Now, let's move forward. Carolina traveling to Chicago. At first I was going to say they hosted. They're traveling to Chicago. Trubisky got his first win. Yay! Welcome to the NFL, Mr. Trubisky. But now you've got to play the Carolina Panthers defense, which will probably be, I believe, is going to be without Luke Kuechly. He suffered a concussion last week. I don't know if he's going to be playing or not. Probably not. It's like his 3rd in 3 years. That's a little worrisome. And he's one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the league. So hopefully he's okay. As for the game, I just don't like the Panthers right now. Like I said, I don't trust them right now. If we go to a big game where we're in the playoffs, I don't think they have what it takes to go to the Super Bowl. I know they went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but right now I don't think they're ready. Cam Newton looks good some weeks, looks horrible other weeks. McCaffrey hasn't had the impact that they wanted him to have right off the bat. Not really his fault. The defense has played pretty well. I just don't like him. I don't buy him right now. I think the Chicago Bears win this one. I like the way they've been playing. They really love Trubisky. Chicago is so hyped right now on Trubisky. Whether there's a reason, like whether it's justified or not, new quarterback, rookie quarterback, just a scrappy team. They're not going to go to the playoffs, but they're going to be in a lot of games that they probably shouldn't be in. And I think Trubisky gets them a win here. At home, Panthers, very capable of just coming out and just playing flat. Chicago's defense, they don't force a lot of takeaways, except for this past week against the Ravens. But I like the Bears in this game. I think they can beat up Panthers, run Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen, and get another win. Dylan likes the Bears. Kayla likes the Panthers in that one. Moving forward, the Tennessee Titans go to Cleveland. I'm taking the Titans. So are the kids. That's it. Let's move forward. Saints, Packers. Wow. Okay. Packers fans, listen. I'm not a Packers fan. I'm just going to say that right now. I've said that several times on the show. I apologize if that offends you. No. We got a problem. And we got a couple problems. One, Aaron Rodgers has a broken collarbone. And he might be out for the season. There's a chance. The second problem is now there are people saying that they believe that the Packers can stay afloat and survive without Aaron Rodgers. What? I'm sorry, but no, they can't. Brett Hundley, that's great, man. Good for you. Good luck out there. I can't imagine that this ends well for the Packers. The Vikings look really good, despite the fact that they don't even know who's going to be playing their quarterback from week to week. They don't know who's playing quarterback. Sam Bradford plays the greatest game of his life in week 1, and then somehow gets injured without getting injured. And then Case Keenum steps in, plays great, not so great, then comes in for Bradford after he looks uncomfortable, plays good enough to beat the Bears, then they play the Packers, they hurt Aaron Rodgers, they beat the Packers. Now it's their division. The Bears look better. I mean, the Bears will probably beat the Packers next time they play if Rodgers doesn't play. Same thing with the Lions. I just don't think that they can hang with a lot of these NFL teams without Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look at what they had. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has carried this roster to the playoffs several times. Not because of anyone else but Aaron Rodgers. And you can tell me, well, Wiley, their defense played good and Ty Montgomery has looked awesome. Because they have Aaron Rodgers. You don't understand the effect that he has throughout the team. When you have someone who goes out and puts up that many points, boom, now your defense doesn't have to worry about the other team running the ball. They just got to worry about sacking the quarterback and protecting that lead by watching out for the pass. Now, all of a sudden, you got Brett Hundley. Boom, you go out there. You got a couple more 3-and-outs. You got a few more plays. You got to go out there on defense that you aren't used to playing. You got to watch out for the run now because you're not going to automatically have the lead. And the running game, Ty Montgomery, that's great if he's been playing great, but when you don't have that good of a passing game, it changes. You think Ty Montgomery's been having to face 8 people in the box ever? No. And look, I know there are a lot of other injuries that the Packers have, but folks, for all intent and purposes, if Aaron Rodgers does not come back, they're done. Sorry. Let's move forward. Oh, guess I should pick after I just roast the Packers there and kind of rip them up a little bit. I'm going to take the Saints. You know, on a game-to-game basis, I might pick the Packers every once in a while. Not here. I love how the Saints played at home. They were at home, granted. It'll be a little different in Lambeau, but Drew Brees has been playing great. Mark Ingram had a great game, and I think I picked the Saints to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that they look Super Bowl worthy yet, but they're playing much better than the first few games made them look. I'm taking the Saints. Dylan is taking the Saints, and so is Kayla as well. It's a clean sweep. Kids aren't here. Whatever. Let's move forward. Now, Jaguars, Colts. Look, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the Jaguars. I've already talked about them plenty. Not on camera, so now that I'm on camera, I've been freaking out about them. They scare the heck out of me. They've got the weakest division left, I think, in football. If you look at that schedule, it is weak. There is nobody in front of them that they're going to face over the rest of the season where I should be like, wow, we're definitely going to lose this. That being said, it's the Jaguars. They still don't know how to win close games and games that they should win sometimes. They either blow people out or they lose it in a disappointing fashion. Can they string together a few wins? Let's hope so. They're playing the Colts. The Colts are bad. Don't tell me Jacoby Brissett. Don't give me this, well, they hung in there with the Titans. I don't care. They're bad. And Andrew Luck just suffered a setback. So this is a team that is moving forward with Jacoby Brissett as the quarterback. The Jaguars defense should feast on this offense. They should have a heyday. They should blow right through Indiana like just a hot knife through Indianapolis butter, okay? The Jackson 5 are back. They're awesome. I could go on about that defense. And Leonard Fournette, thank goodness he's okay. He scared the heck out of me in last week's game. But I'm taking the Jaguars. Dylan's taking the Jags as well. Michaela, foolishly, pity the fool that picks the Indianapolis Colts. And that fool is Michaela. I love her, though. All right, now, let's move forward. Where was I? Ah, yes. Okay. Cardinals, Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams. I think Adrian Peterson, what a turnaround Adrian Peterson had. I think, especially, I think you need to give some real props to the Arizona Cardinals offensive line because they have been much maligned. Now, I know Iupati came back. He's their best run blocker. They switched in Earl Watford for Bohm, and it was a lot better. Obviously, Adrian Peterson ran for over 120 yards, couple of touchdowns. He looked great. I think he kind of comes back to earth this next week against the Rams. The Rams defense is much better than the Bucs defense, and assuming Jared Goff is healthy, they'll have their normal starting quarterback. The Rams, I'm still not okay. I'm not buying them as a legit contender for like any sort of playoff stuff. They might get to playoffs, but they are good. They beat the Jaguars based off 2 weird special teams plays. And that's not their fault. And that's not saying that's just a fluke. Special teams is a very important part of the game. I was not happy with the Jaguars losing based off of that, but I think the Rams are good. They're obviously improved. They're 4-2. They're in the lead in the division. Do they hold on to that lead? No, I don't think they do. I think they start to kind of crumble and peter. But they've been playing well. Todd Gurley, back to his old ways, getting a ton of fantasy points, getting a lot of yards and touchdowns, just eating it up. He's running like he's mad at the grass. I'm taking the Rams. Should be a good game. This is for the division lead. Cardinals can take a share of that division lead with a win here. And assuming whatever the Seahawks do, you know, how they factor in there. But I'm going to take the Rams. I don't like to take the Rams. I like the Cardinals, but I'm going to take the Rams. Going with my brain. Hasn't helped me so far. This league is bizarre, but I'm taking the Rams. Dylan's taking the Rams as well. Michaela's going with the Cardinals. Now, Jets, Dolphins. Dolphins look like just trash. They look like a hot dumpster fire. And then they beat the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't get it. But a win is a win. And that's this league. This league is so weird. It's all over the place. But a league like this, you take the win any way you can. And that's what the Dolphins are doing. Somehow, they're 3-2. I don't know why. I don't know how this has happened. But they're 3-2. And also, on the other end, we've got the Jets, who are 3-3. Good Lord, what is happening in this league? I don't know. But you know what? It's darn exciting. I'm not going to go into this matchup too much more. It's an ugly game. I think the Dolphins win barely. I mean, eking one out. They're at home. Jay Cutler's like, is he good? Is he horrible? I have no idea. But I think the Dolphins get the win at home over the Jets. Dylan's got the Jets. That boy rides with those Jets. He actually told me, man, I should have picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Whoa. But this is a boy that picked the Redskins. Redskins. And we made a whole thing out of it at the end of the last video. Check that out. It's pretty hilarious. So he goes with the Jets. Kayla's taking the Dolphins. Ravens, Vikings. Ravens, you suck. I have no idea what the heck you are. Joe Flacco is so vanilla Joe right now. I don't get what's happening in Baltimore. John Harbaugh, get your team together, man. When I pick you guys and then you lose in overtime to the Bears, I don't look good because of that. But anyways, I'm going to take the Vikings. I like how they've been playing. Now, they took advantage of a rookie quarterback playing his first game and then Aaron Rodgers going down in like 3 plays. But, like I said, a win is a win. And Case Keenum has looked good. Teddy Bridgewater's coming back off the PUP list. He's been cleared to practice. I don't know when he's coming back to play, but it's a good sign for the Vikings considering Sam Bradford at this point, you just can't trust his body. You can't. Whether he played well or not, you can't trust him. So, moving forward, that division is the Vikings to win. I truly believe so. I know it's going to be down to them and the Lions most likely, but the Lions are just habitual disappointers. So, I'm going to take the Vikings. I like their defense. They got a great defense. Adam Thielen is awesome. Stephon Diggs, he was hurt. I don't know if he's playing this week, but when he's playing, he looks a fantastic. All of a sudden, the Vikings have one of the best wide receiver tandems in the league, and that's pretty crazy. And you know, it's unfortunate Dalvin Cook got hurt; he's out for the season. But Jerick McKinnon has really picked up the slack. I'm really bummed I picked up Latavius Murray in fantasy, but I like the Vikings here. Kayla, obviously. Vikings, baby! Vikings, baby, here. And, yeah, Dylan takes the Vikings, too. Sweep! Let's go to San Francisco versus the Cowboys. Not even going to bother. Cowboys. 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 Moving forward. Oh, yeah, by the way, is Ezekiel Elliott going to play or not? Let's figure it out so we can all just relax and just watch the Cowboys play. Because he's suspended, and then he's not suspended, and then there's an injunction, and then I object. Your Honor, you're badgering the witness. You can't handle the truth. Anyways, Bengals Steelers, ladies and gentlemen. Pittsburgh knocking off the Chiefs off that undefeated perch. Le'Veon Bell finally really just dominating. A Chiefs defense is pretty good. I mean, as of late it hasn't looked great, but they were undefeated. Undefeated for a reason. There's a lot of playmakers on that defense, and Alex Smith before that has been really playing like an MVP, which is something I would have never thought would come out of my mouth. Alex Smith and MVP in the same category. Is it possible? He has elevated his game to one Chad Henne 4.0? That's right. He skipped 3.0. This man has moved to 4.0. Possibly. But they've now lost 2 games. Anyways, Steelers, though. Get off topic. See, when I don't have people here to keep me in check, and they don't keep me in check, but I have to keep them in check, so it keeps me on track. Nobody's here. I can do whatever I want. Steelers, Bengals, though. I like the Steelers. This is going to be a really close game, though. Do not be surprised if the Bengals go in there and end up upsetting the Steelers here. Steelers feeling really good off that big win in Kansas City. Amazing tip touchdown catch by Antonio Bryant. Great defensive effort. They really bottled up the Chiefs for the most part in that game. I like the Steelers, but I really wanted to take the Bengals on this one. Dylan's taking the Bengals, obviously, and so is Kayla. Would not be surprised if that goes their way. Because that's what's been going, especially for Dylan lately. Broncos, Chargers. I like the Broncos. Unfortunately, I said it in the last video. I said there's no reason the Broncos I should even bother talking about the Giants having a shot at beating the Broncos in Denver on, what was that, Monday night, Sunday night, whatever it was, without Odell Beckham Jr., without Brandon Marshall. And what do? They go out and dominate the Broncos. Just dominate them. And now the Broncos have injury issues as well. Emmanuel Sanders is out. He's day to day or week to week with the ankle injury. Demaryius Thomas was a little banged up, but I think he's playing. All that said, we saw a Brock Osweiler sighting for like 2 plays. It was like they had a flashback, but the Brockening did not happen for too long. Trevor Siemian came back in and they lost. Anyways, Broncos, Chargers. I'm taking the Broncos because I believe in that defense. The no-fly zone. I can't imagine they're very happy how that Giants game went. So I feel like they'll come out, attack Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers will yell some obscenities and just yell at people in general. It'll be great television. Probably be a close game, low scoring, but I'm taking the Broncos. Dylan and Kayla are taking the Broncos too, and that's not to say that the Chargers can't win this. The Chargers are feeling good. They just beat the Raiders. They finally won a game on the last-second field goal where they actually made it. Good job, LA, San Diego, and good luck this week against the Broncos. But we're taking Denver. Seattle going to the New York Giants. New York, I don't know what the heck to make of last week's game. They sucked. They've been awful this year. And then all of a sudden, when everything is lost, and Eli is still got this face for the 6th straight week, all of a sudden they just come up and just dominate the Denver Broncos at home in Mile High. Well, is it Mile High Stadium anymore? I don't know. Anyways, in Denver, they dominated them. Pretty surprising. Orleans Darkwa led the team, just running all over the Broncos. It's really weird. But you have to think that this jumpstarts their defense too, with Janoris Jenkins running the pick back, really shutting down the Broncos. But they host a Seattle team that is coming off a bye. And you get the feeling like, who is this Seattle team? Are they a running team? Are they a passing team? Is their defense able to carry them through like they have in the past? I don't know. I really don't know. And I wanted to take the Giants. I thought it was intriguing. It's in New York. But I'm taking the Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson, going off the bye, Doug Baldwin, Paul Richardson, Lockett, that defense, I think it's enough to beat the Giants. But it's an intriguing game coming off of this Denver Giants game. And New York, it's a strange team with Eli at the helm. You never know what they're capable of. Anyways, Falcons, Patriots, Super Bowl matchup, rematch. Intriguing, yes. this one really killed me. I'm taking the Falcons just because that Patriots offense is so bad. Defense, not offense. The Patriots defense is one of the worst we've seen in quite some time. They're horrible. I mean, horrible. If Enzo Amore were here, he would spell it out for them. They're S-A-W-F-T. Soft. Super soft. Just, it's so easy. I mean, the Jets looked good against them for most of that game. And the Jets got robbed, by the way. I'm not going to get into that right now. But I'm taking the Falcons. Dylan and Michaela are both taking the Pats. Also, they're both taking the Seahawks for that last game. Finally, Redskins, Eagles. Man, I love how Kirk Cousins is playing right now. That guy, I like that.
You like that?
I like
You
that.
like that?
And I like the way this team plays in these big moments. They love these big moment games. The defense needs to really step up in this one because Carson Wentz is really coming into his own. And he's slinging it all over. He's got a lot of weapons. The Garrett Blunt is playing well. The defense is really good. They're not a turnover machine. They're not going to wow you, but they're playing really well. And they're bottling up people, and they're just limiting them to making any sort of big plays. And then they punt it to Carson Wentz, and then he makes big plays with his arm, and they're beating people. They're 5-1. Yeah, 5-1. That being said, I'm taking the Redskins. I think the Redskins go in this big Monday night showdown. This would be a monumental win for them going forward in this season because they lost in week 1 against the Eagles already. They want this one back. This would be a huge step in them coming back and taking the division away from the Eagles. I'm taking the Redskins. Kayla is with me on the Redskins pick. Dylan, Mr. Redskins. Anyways, he's going with the Eagles. Go figure. All right. No shooting stars. With the universe bouncing around for him this week, but he's taking the Eagles. Those are our picks. I probably went a little too long, but frankly, who cares? I'm by myself. Aren't I, buddy? Yeah. Thanks for joining us. He's been working out, hitting the ab machine. Needs to work on getting ahead, though. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Check out our Twitch page. We're on every once in a while. Subscribe, and then it'll tell you when we're on, so you don't have to keep checking in. Obviously, subscribe, like the page, like the videos, tell other people, comment, tell us what you think we should do. If you have suggestions, you want us to talk about something, tell us. If you have ideas for the show, tell us. I'm probably not going to listen to all of them, but at least I'll see that you're commenting and like, whoa, cool, I'll look at your ideas, and if I don't like it, okay. But if I like it, hey, I'll give you some credit on the show, and we can turn this thing into ESPN The Ocho, the weirdest YouTube channel ever. Anyways, I'm Wiley. Oh, check out the Facebook page too. I post on it every once in a while. I'm Wiley for Michaela 2.0, and for nobody else, because nobody else is here right now. This has been the Fast Break Kids. Keep it clean, keep it fresh, and keep it fun. Am I right? Am I right? Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright.